Hi fam, Solera here, talking to you from, where am I today? Florence, Italy. First time in Europe, guys. And I did not intend to do a video for you today, but Spirit, my higher self, said, I need to share what's been coming to me on this trip, right? Guys, I didn't realize this trip was going to be so spiritual in a sense. Unintentionally just, hey, I want to see these spots because they're the highlights of Europe. But man, it's been awakening, guys. And since I'm saying the word awakening, I want to tell you guys that I talked to Luna while I'm here, right? I haven't spoken to her much and I miss her very much. I miss our connection and sharing, what's coming up for us and things like that. But I'm also focused on my present trip, right? But what I want to say is this. So I brought my kids. My son's 22, my daughter's 13. And I decided I'm going to do this lifetime dream trip that I've never done to Europe. And it's been incredible, guys. It's been very eye-opening. What I see on this side of the world is that Jesus and religion is very present, unlike the Western world. Yes, we say in God we trust, whatever that means. I don't see it present. And I'm not being judgy, I'm just being real. And I want you guys to understand that my message might be a little controversial, and that's okay, okay? Jesus was controversial. I'm not Jesus. I will never compare myself to Jesus, right? But sometimes people need their feathers ruffled to see the truth, to see the light, to find their own truth, the truth, right? And so I'm here, and I'm seeing all these statues, and I went to the Vatican, right? The Vatican, the powerful Vatican. I went to Barcelona, to La Basilica Sagrada Familia. Look it up. Really cool building. It's been under works for about 140 years now. If I remember correctly, I've been learning so much history on this trip that I can't keep them all in check, but long ass time. Anyways, they say it's going to be done next year. But when you look at this building, like you really look at this building, the building is telling the story of Jesus. But the problem is this with religion. Many problems. Number one, it's not there to empower you. It's not there to help you find your own personal connection to God. Because if you did, you wouldn't need religion. Understand? If you found your own power, your own connection to your higher self, to God, they can't make money off of you. I'm sorry, I'm going to keep it real, guys. Like, I'm going to ruffle a lot of feathers. I am not here to be politically correct. I'm not here because I'm not political, right? I'm also not here to be correct, right or wrong. I'm here to speak truth, the truth that I learned through my own spiritual journey. And I've told you guys this before, I've shared with you before, that I was never religious. So I'm not here to tell you the Bible. I'm here to share my own personal experience of how I connected to spirituality. And so a lot of people will say, I'm spiritual, but they're actually religious. So the difference is religion is tied to an institution, to someone outside of you, you needing someone else above you to show you the way. Spirituality is your soul connection to your higher self, to God, to Jesus. Your soul leads the way, right? That's number one. And I want you to think about that for a little bit. Because when we challenge religious beliefs, we trigger people, right? So in all honesty, guys, I was a little nervous about doing this one because I don't want to scare you guys away. I want to empower you to find your own truth, to find your own personal connection to God, and to realize that you don't need anyone outside of you to find the answers you're looking for. They really are inside of you. And I know it doesn't make sense because if someone told me that before awakening, it wouldn't make sense to me. And I know I'm kind of all over the place right now. I promise I'll grasp. It's just my thoughts have been everywhere, and I just want to say so much. And let me ground myself for a minute. That's what I've been doing for the last 2 hours. And I'm just so hyped up. But All right, let's get back to it. So as I'm doing these tours, they're talking about, the gods, the empires. So I went to Rome and we were talking about the Roman Empire and the kings and how they had mistresses and how they, had affairs and they killed people. And I mean, look at the example of Jesus Christ, right? So Jesus Christ came and was born to share a message to empower and free humanity. And I can't stand when people say, Jesus Christ died for your sins. No. Okay, forget sins, guys. Like, it's a bunch of bullshit. Sorry, I'm keeping it real. They're not sins, they're lessons. Understand, like, God knew we were going to come here and make certain decisions that weren't right. But what's right or wrong? There isn't right or wrong, okay? Because all my wrong decisions led me to a better place. They're just lessons like we talked about before. But anyways, my point is that, so Jesus left this legacy, right? And I'm looking at these statues and I'm just looking at the Christmas lights and people are so happy celebrating Jesus through religion, not through Jesus, like true Jesus, right? So Jesus's message got misconstrued and manipulated into a business that will keep you small and keep you coming back to believe there's someone higher outside of you. Okay? I'm trying to find the best words, guys, because I don't want to trigger too much. But essentially, it's all lies. I didn't know this before, and I told you guys on videos, I wasn't religious. But I always knew there was a higher something, right? I didn't know what it was until I awakened. And something I want to talk to you guys about, because we keep talking about awakening and we haven't mentioned really what it is or our experience. And I talked to Luna the other night and I said, I think our family is ready for us to go there. So 2026, I feel one of our first topics will be talking about what the frick that means. What does it mean to me? What does it mean to Luna? How did we get there? So here's where my mind's going right now. Spiritual awakening. Why did I awaken? Why did she awaken? Why did a good small percentage of the world awaken? No one's keeping consensus of how many people awakened, right? Because it's just not something we do in humanity. Give me a moment. We awakened. In the Bible, they talk about the chosen ones, right? Again, misconstrued message. The chosen ones are here now. People don't realize. So I'm walking in these museums, these churches, and they're talking about sin, purgatory, hell, the devil, heaven, the end of the world. Think about those messages, guys. All of those messages give a theme. Again, always connect the dots, right? The theme is fear. Because if you're fearful, and if you believe there's someone above you that connects you to God, it'll keep you small, right? If you're small, you're easy to control, right? If the system, right? I don't want to go into specifics, right? Because I don't want to get into that, but the system, meaning the way the world is functioning now, what they taught us is there's always someone above you that tells you what to do and how to do it, right? Whether it be your parents, whether it be the government, whether it be religion, whether it be doctors. It's all bullshit, guys. I bought this shirt in Rome yesterday. I'm going to be all over the place today, guys, because that's where my mind's at. And I'm just giving you real me. Like, pretend you and I, whoever's watching, are sitting at dinner right now. And I'm just a normal person, because I am, like you. And I'm just talking, right? So one of the things that came up was how humanity misconstrued his message intentionally, because they saw an opportunity to say, hey, what if we switch the story in this way and made them believe they need us so we can control them? And everyone followed like sheep. And I'm not trying to be insultful, because I was a sheep too, okay? The reason Luna and I are doing this is to lift the veil, to help you lift your own veil. We're not going to do it for you. You're going to do it through our messages, right? What does lifting the veil mean? It means seeing past the bullshit that we're being told right now, you know? And so, like, I'm in this place where I want to do the opposite of everything society told me for a while now, because what I realized is everything that's been taught to me through my parents, through religion, through school, through all of it, was intentionally designed to keep me obedient, meaning I obey. You have the power. I'm here to obey. No, Jesus Christ died to free us. And instead of us following that, we followed fear, because that's what the controllers like, right? Call the controllers whatever the freak you want, right? The controllers want to keep you in fear, because when you're scared, you go to them and you're like, please help me. I obey, right? And you lose your power, guys. You notice sometimes I get a little, because it upsets me to see people give their power to systems, to false leaders, to the religious business. I'm sorry, but religion is a business. There are good things about it, right? People volunteer, they help each other, do food, blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, people don't believe they have their own connection to God. I don't go to church, and I will never go to church again. Maybe for tourism, like I'm doing right now. The reason I won't go to church is because I already know God. I know the truth of God, Jesus, whatever you want to call it, right? And when you go to church, you know, especially Catholic religion, guys, Catholic religion is very strong here, and I'm not knocking anyone's religion. You do what you want. But if you guys want to find the truth, and you want to find your power, you want to find true connection to God, it's not in any place that you've ever seen. It's here, right here, in you, literally in you. Again, I was never biblical, and I don't need to be biblical, guys, because the Bible was changed from the original message, right? It was changed by male ego. Let's talk about that. That's been coming up for me on this trip. How I see it. Look at it in my lens, okay? Forget your beliefs, because a lot of people have these beliefs that keep them stuck, and they're like, oh, but I believe that. But do you really? We talked about this. You believe it because someone told you, because you read it, because your family. People follow trends. They follow religion. They follow political parties. No, follow. Stop following. That's the message that I'm getting, right? Jesus didn't follow. Jesus led. We're all leaders. Step into your light, into your true soul self, right? We're all leaders in different ways. You might be a leader in an artist's way. Maybe you're an artist and you express yourself through that. So let's talk about artistry. My daughter is an artist, and she asked to go to the Dali Museum. And I think his name is Salvatore Dali. I can't remember his full name, but genius guy that I knew nothing about. I only went to fulfill my daughter's bucket list, right? And this guy, as I'm listening to the message, he's very funny, by the way. And I'm very funny. And you should be funny. And you should be a little crazy and not normal and not follow whatever, the ways of the world, right? But this guy, towards the end of his life, really started touching into spirituality, they said. But it was really more of religious spirituality. It was just fine. But he kind of had his own way about him, you know, and his own beliefs. And he was kind of like, I don't care what anyone thinks. Like, he thought of himself as like I don't remember if it was a Jesus or a God of art. But anyways, he knew he had a gift to offer this world. And he didn't care what anyone had to say about it, right? The problem with a lot of us is that we do care too much about what people say about us. Humanity judges each other. Humanity has killed each other for many years. I'm walking through these tours, they're talking about history and talking about all these deaths, right? So, for example, I went to the Colosseum, and they said that one of the leaders, emperors, I believe it was an emperor, I can't remember, there's too many history lessons on his trip, but they wanted to impress the people and make themselves feel like powerful celebrities, right? So they built the Colosseum, and they said, we're going to entertain the people. And part of the entertainment was, well, if you committed a crime, we're going to kill you, and a lion's going to eat you in front of the people. And people loved it, like great entertainment. And by the way, women sat with slaves in the poverty section. These men don't know what they're playing with. And I'm not saying that to divide us, because we're all one, we're humanity. But the problem is that the male ego, very specific men ego, is what caused the root issues of this world and continues to. Okay? And I'm not talking about all men. My father, there are many men in my life and many men in this world who are connected with their heart. But most men are connected with the ego and the mind. Society told them that's what they should do, so they did it. But you don't have to. But this is the thing, guys. Like, I almost feel like a rebel lately. Like, look, right now I'm showing my cleavage, okay? I'm being a little sexy. So what? I want to be. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be. Judge me. But the point of my message is not that. My point of the message is people follow celebrities, politics, religion, race. All these things equal division. Religion is division, okay? You ever heard of the term divide and conquer? Okay, divide and conquer. And humanity loves Jesus. Most people, not everyone. I'm not saying that I choose a religion because I'm not religious. Again, just my own personal connection to the spirit world, to my spirit team, to God, to Jesus, to my angels, to my ancestors, right? My point is, I'm walking around Europe, right? And everyone's celebrating Jesus. But no one knows Jesus. They know the church. They know the statues, the stories, the lies that we've been told, intentionally, created by, again, male ego. And how I feel. And I can only talk about my personal experience. You can either agree or not. And I can trigger you or not, right? And I don't want to trigger you. I mean, I want to trigger you in a way that sparks curious thought in your mind. So I met someone in Spain on my trip, right? And I asked him questions about his beliefs, and he said, I don't know. I never thought about it. And I said, well, questions heal, right? And if you haven't questioned your beliefs, your values, or why you believe that, then this is an opportunity, especially because this year, 2025, is the snake year, right? It's the year of letting go. It's the year of shedding. It's the year of what no longer belongs in 2026 needs to go, right? So the point is, next year is horse year. Horse year means we run full throttle into the future, into what we're meant to do next year. And so tying all these things together, what I'm telling you right now, because my mind is all over the place, because I've been avoiding this video because I don't know where to start, but the messages I got are, male ego has been playing a little boy's game, okay? War, killing, division, racism, politics, all those things are controlled by the male ego. What lacks in this world, and I've talked about this before in different words, is the heart, is love. Women, the divine feminine, holds that very strongly, and we've been oppressed, right, on purpose, because if we shine the heart, the love of the earth, which is what's really needed. And I actually saw a really cool piece of artwork that expressed just that, like connecting with the heart chakra. Men are up here, right? There are many men that are connected with the heart, but not enough. The leaders of this world are little boys playing war and gun games, okay? I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it how it is, okay? Their ego wants to have territory, call oceans what they are. I'm not talking about one person. I'm talking about the leadership of this world through the male ego. Men can connect with the heart chakra, and this is what the universe is asking of men right now, is connect with your heart and let go of what society told you to believe and do, right? Like, you're a man, you can't cry, you gotta be strong, you gotta be this protector, you gotta be like this warrior. I mean, yeah, you guys do have that natural energy, but you also have to be connected with the heart because you're soul, right? And so sometimes I wonder what this world would look like if women were in leadership, right? And I'm not dividing women, men, right? Like, we're all one. Man divided us, okay? I didn't. I'm just validating what they did. Give me a moment. My point is, humanity lost sight of what Jesus really came here to do. Santa Claus, elves, presents, money. It's Christmas time, right? And everyone's focused on bullshit. I mean, do you guys even know Jesus? Or do you only know Jesus through what religion told you? You know what I mean? Like, question these things, right? And I'm not saying that to be judgy, guys. I'm saying that because I did the same thing for most of my life until I awakened. And this year, guys, I'm not buying presents mostly. I mean, I've spent money on presents for people for many years. And this year, I bought my employees a couple of gifts, thoughtful, just small things. And I bought my parents some souvenirs from Europe because I'm here, and I bought some funny ones too. I bought my dad a shot glass with the statue of David's penis, and I told him, hey, Michelangelo created this, and this is your birthday gift. And he laughed and said, you're crazy. Because I love when people call me crazy, because to me, the definition of crazy means I'm not conforming. I'm not the norm. You should not want to be either, because when you conform and you're the norm, you're just keeping the same cycle going that's been going on for so many years, guys. Like, understand, in this time right now, we're here to break the system. Meaning, creating a new path, right? So religion talks about the end of the world. There's no end of the world, okay? There's the new world, and we talked about this. But there is no new world if you aren't in, right? How do you get in on the new world? Heal yourself. That's it. Imagine if the whole world focused on healing themselves and bettering themselves and finding their own values and own beliefs and bringing that to the world. We wouldn't see what we're seeing today. I'm really sick of it. Honestly, I wanted to vomit listening to these history lessons, because it was all men, like, wanting power and control and this and that and finding ways to manipulate you. And guess what, guys? People are being manipulated today. But you have a choice, and you have the power to separate from that. That's what I want to tell you. My message isn't perfect. I'm just talking to you as a friend today. I'm not trying to be polished. I'm on my vacation, guys. I literally sent my kids to go shopping, and I told them I need this time. I need to talk to my family, and I don't even know what I'm going to say. I just want to talk. This is the season for those that celebrate Christmas, But nobody even knows why they're celebrating. Oh, Jesus was born on his day. Let me give you 1,000 gifts. Let me go broke. Let me cook all this food, get stressed out, invite people I don't even like. Guys, we are dishonoring Jesus. Realize, you think Jesus wanted us to idolize other regular people like us with titles? You think Jesus wanted us to go broke and stress and invite people you don't even want in your home to honor him? That's not honoring him. This is how you honor him. I haven't even thought about this. Let's see. This is how you honor him. Number one, Jesus, in my heart, I don't feel he wanted us to idolize him. He just wanted to free us. That's it. People lost the freaking message. I get upset because Jesus is my homie, you know? I'm not saying like Jesus is God, and religion will tell you Jesus is God. I'm not going to go there, guys, because you're just going to get really bothered by this. But Jesus wanted to show humanity that essentially we are connected to the higher power, right? And the leaders, the fake leaders of that time, false leaders, whatever you want to call them, they feared Jesus because if people found their power, they lose their power. And so they killed him. And they kept their little ego power, their little power trip. Like, I think of it as like men playing with like those little green old army toys, like fighting each other and like, yeah. You know, I don't want to go there. That's not what Jesus was trying to tell us, okay? Jesus was trying to free our souls and tell us that we can find that higher power connection within ourselves. And there was so much fear then in the world, and there still is. And that's the thing that humanity needs to heal, right? But this is the thing, guys. I'm not asking you to heal other people, just heal you. Imagine all of humanity healed within themselves, where we would be in this life, right? One thing I really got bothered by at the Vatican was, so we finally got to the room after 3 hours of waiting to see Michelangelo's artwork on the ceiling. Finally got to the room. And as soon as I walk in, it's like people packed like sardines in a room. And I was immediately turned off because you know a lot of people are going to be here. First of all, figure out a better process to get people through. Second of all, they're shouting on microphones, keep walking, don't take pictures, don't take videos. And they're charging me to get a tour of the Vatican. And their gift shops are everywhere. I mean, these people are banking, okay? I'm not saying that religion doesn't have good. It does, okay? I don't want to piss you guys off. But the point is they want you to feel you need them to connect to God, which is a lie. It's one of many lies, right? And I'm very passionate, guys. I'm not here, again, I'm not here to be politically correct. I'm not here to be political. I'm not political. I'm not religious. And I'm not trying to be correct. I'm speaking truth. And Jesus Christ has been very present in my life on this trip. And Jesus said, I need you to be brave. I need you to say what you're going to say. I don't care if it's all over the place. It's going to stick. Something's going to stick. Okay, listen to this, guys. I talked about spiritual awakening. We're going to talk more about that later. I texted Luna last night and I said, I have this picture, and she knows the picture. The picture is of Jesus Christ and 3 angels. I took it while going through my divorce, while going through the most traumatic time of my life, where I felt I had hardly any support. My parents did support me. I'll give my parents credit for that, but no one else did. And I went to sit by the water behind my parents' property. And I'm watching the water, enjoying it. I take a picture. And when I took the picture, I saw a couple of images, white images, right? And it's Jesus Christ and 3 angels. And it struck me very hard because I've never seen anything like that. And she's going to share it with you all. And I said, I don't want to share it with our family. I want her to share it from a different perspective, because I feel Luna's going to say what you guys need to hear. But what I do want to tell you is there's a lot of AI going on right now, right? And so it's almost hard to believe any images you see. It's like, is it AI? Is it real? Is it not? This is what I'm going to tell you. I don't even know how to create AI stuff, first of all. Second of all, sometimes you got to believe. You have to have discernment, right? On what you believe, what you don't believe. That's up to you. The problem with most people is they don't believe unless they see. So maybe this picture helps you believe. Maybe it makes you more skeptical because now you think I created AI. It doesn't matter, because I know truth. Okay, do you know truth? And if you don't, I hope you find it. My message is going to wrap up soon. And yes, I've been all over the place. What I want to tell you is this. This is what I want to wrap up on. Christmas is not about gifts. It's not about Santa. It's not about elves. It's really not even about Jesus, right? It is in a sense, because we're celebrating his birthday. But in reality, what it's about is the message Jesus wanted us to receive to find our own power. And humanity received a message, but not the message, because the controllers, those in power, decided to manipulate the message and say, hey, this is a great message that's going to work in our favor, and we're going to have people depend on us for salvation. And we're going to tell them these stories that they're born as sinners and that they need to go to church and give money and all these things, and that's the only way they can be saved. And that statement alone is going to trigger people. I don't care, guys. I don't care. Because people need to hear the truth. Do you think Jesus cared about ruffling feathers when he came? I'm not comparing myself to him. Again, Jesus, come on. How I feel is this, humanity is waiting for Jesus to come back because religion told you that he's coming back. Well, guess what, guys? What if I told you that Jesus is already here through consciousness, and you're not seeing it because you're still waiting for him to physically show up because someone told you he's going to physically? You understand what I'm saying? Like, so people are still waiting for him. Well, you can wait forever. You're going to die, and you can come back a million lifetimes, and you're never going to see him, because that is not the message that Jesus gave. That is the message religion gave, right? So what if I told you that in the Bible, and I don't know the Bible like that, and I don't want to know the Bible like that, because it's a story that was twisted from the truth, and I don't follow that. But what if I told you that in this Bible, they said there's chosen ones, right? And I touched on this before. The chosen ones are here. You don't have to believe me. Eventually you will. Some people will believe me because they're on their spiritual awakening. They're on that journey. Some people won't, and they're going to be like, I need to see it to believe it. That's fine. Everyone has their own journey. The chosen ones are here, and they're not people or angels with wings. And the Bible will tell you that the chosen will go into heaven, that God will take them into heaven. Let's think about that. And I had this conversation with my dad, and I said, this doesn't make any sense. So why would God take the chosen away from humanity when the chosen are here to help humanity? It doesn't make any logical sense. And I told him, go to ChatGPT. And I don't do ChatGPT. My dad does. But I told him, ask it this. Ask it, what is the meaning of the chosen ones in spirituality, not in Christianity? If you guys start looking it up in a religious way, it's going to take you down the religious tunnel. You don't want that. You want the truth, which is spiritual, which is you, God, that's it. You, God, Jesus, Holy Spirit, whatever, what those things, direct connection. And when he looked it up, ChatGPT said that the awakening actually means not that God's going to take them into heaven, but take them into a higher state of consciousness. So this is where Luna and I are at. And it's not just Luna and I. Again, there's a good chunk of the world, small percentage, no one's keeping consensus, that are on this level, right? Our souls chose it. We went through a lot of suffering. And now Spirit has called upon us to share what we've gone through, because humanity is about to go to the new world, not the end of the world. Religion will tell you it's the end. Because if you believe it's the end, then you're in fear. And if you're in fear, you need them. You don't. The truth is, we're in the beginning, and we're here to empower you, all of you, to create the new that we know always needed to exist and will exist. It's just a matter of time. So, this message is not just for you, okay? People need to stop being selfish and in their ego. Enough of the ego. I'm sick of it. I'm so sick of it. I don't really associate with a lot of people because they're always in their ego. It's always about jealousy, competition, control, power, who's smarter, who has better vocabulary. Boring. Tell me who you are in your soul. Tell me what your beliefs are. What are your values? Who are you? Why were you born? Why are you here, right? So to circle this back, we're in the season of Jesus Christ. Not Santa and elves, and not presents, and all this garbage, okay? Guess what, guys? I'm spending Christmas alone for the first time ever, and I need it. I'm going to tell you why I need it, and I told you this before. After 10 days of traveling, this has been really amazing. A real gift, guys. I don't do this all the time. I do travel a lot, but this trip was really big for me. And I needed to bring my kids, and it's been so educational for all of us. There's a message coming. Hold on. Don't be a follower. Don't make this season about gifts and all these things. I'm going to be alone, reflecting on my trip and the lessons I need to learn. What I want to bring into the new year, which spiritual community, it's not December 31st, so we'll talk about that another time. What I want to do in this new year is connect more with all of you. I want to speak. I want to be more vocal, and I will be, right? I will be. Luna and I have already made this pact that, this is a season of rest now. So we give ourselves that. And the only reason I came here now was because so much was coming up for me, and I didn't come up polished or, or professional or any of those things. I'm just being like in a conversation with you as if you were my friend here and just conversating. And thoughts are coming up, and I'm sure I'll have more. I can't wait for Luna to share the picture of Jesus and the three angels. Hope you guys really start believing in the things that you should believe in and stop believing in the things that are keeping you small. Because humanity has played small for many years because of the male ego, and the male collective needs to connect with their heart, with being more soft, less with the mind, less with the control and the power and the images. Those things are boring, guys. And I'm so grateful for where humanity is going. And you don't see it because if you watch the news and listen to people, you will only see the bad. But if you listen to yourself, your true self, and you connect with God and the higher powers, and you sit in silence like I'm going to be doing for Christmas, and I'm so excited. It's my first time. I decided so guess what, guys? I'm Peruvian. I was born in Peru. I've been raised in the United States, in Florida in particular, and I'm going to cook myself a great Peruvian dish on Christmas Eve. By myself, wear my pajamas, reflect, listen to music, dance, sing, enjoy my life, because next year, guys, it's the horse year for all of us, right? We're going to be running full throttle. So some takeaways, right? I'm going to wrap this up because I'm about to go have dinner with my kids. I sent them out shopping so I can have this time with you because it was so important to me, even though I feel like it's not exactly how I want it to be, but this is real me, real me, real me. Some takeaways. Not everyone's Catholic, Christian. You don't need to be, right? Everyone's human. That's what matters. We're human. Doesn't matter if you're black, white, religious, whatever. Don't make this holiday about the BS that marketing companies, society, all these controllers, whatever you want to call them, made it about. It's not about that. It's about love, family, appreciating Jesus Christ gave his life to help us find our own higher power, to heal us, to find our own connection with God. And man took that message and said, how can we monopolize this and make money and control people? And people allowed it to happen. Stop. Okay, stop. The awakened ones, the chosen ones, the ones who chose, whatever you want to call it, we are here to fulfill his legacy, to show you your own light, for you to heal you, for you to find your own power. And when you, each one of you, do that, our worlds will change. Just sit with it. Just sit with it. Don't get angry with me. Some of you are not angry with me. It's what you needed. I think most of you, it's what you needed. Anyway, listen. I'm just being me, okay? I'm just being me. Tomorrow I may be like, I could have done this, I could have done that. I didn't come here to be polished. I came here to be me. Be you. I love you all, family. Kisses always. I'm exhausted. We've been traveling almost every other day on trains, on planes, and cars. I'm not complaining, but I'm tired. And I can't wait till I go home on my swinging chair in my peaceful apartment. My plants are probably going to be dead. I'll revive them. Anyways, Christmas is 2 days away. Do not make this commercial. Make this real. Understand, a man died. Jesus died to free us. And we are not freed because we allowed man to control us. So if you truly love and honor Jesus, break it. Break the system. That's why we're here. And if you were watching me, like, I just want to kick the air and just like, boom, break it. I'm breaking all of it. You're breaking all of it. We're breaking it all. We break it with love. We break it with healing. We break it with reflection. We break it by going within. And we break it by stopping seeking validation outside of you. Okay? God is within you. The kingdom is within you. Reflect on that. Okay? Yeah, I'm that person that gets a little fiery. That's me. I love you. Merry Christmas. I won't say Happy New Year because that's a whole other topic, but we're going to talk about spiritual awakening. Luna's going to talk about her experience. I'm going to talk about my experience. We're going to talk about what that might mean to you. Please tell us what else you would like us to talk about, because we would love to hear from you, and we just want to give you the tools to empower you. Because if you're empowered and you're in tune with yourself and you have your own personal connection with God, that is how we change the world. Shh, don't tell them. Mwah. Love you.